Water is so much better when it's in a spooky cup. Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. Y'all already know I'm obsessed with everything Halloween, not just the holiday, but the movie, Michael Myers, everything. It is something that I've had a passion for a very, very long time. And when I saw Glamlite was coming out with this collection, y'all know your girl, she had to get every bit of it. That's what we are going to do today. So if you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up while you're watching it. Hit that subscribe button if you already haven't. Do all the things, and let's get into today's video. They couldn't stop him. Now he's back. Michael Myers has slashed his way into Glamlite to bring you the most cutthroat horror collection yet. Inspired by the mass terror of Haddonfield, our Halloween 2 X Glamlite palette is here to help you create endless, scream-worthy looks, channel your inner shape, and start blending with a vengeance. It's so good. I'm obsessed. So the only thing I did to prep my skin was a little bit of toner, and I have been really liking the e.l.f. This is their Holy Hydration Keep Your Balance Toner. This stuff on like a little cotton pad or whatever you want to use, it just helps kind of like reset the skin. I've been using this quite a bit before doing my makeup, and I'm obsessed with it. We are going to go through every item that came in the collection. The whole entire collection, if you would have bought the PR box, I want to say it was like $140. But then you had to buy the actual knife, mirror, and the Halloween 2 bag separately. So I want to say it was around like $150, $160 for everything. And y'all, I've not even messed with it. But I love Glamlite already, and it is probably more than worth it. So let's get into it. I'm just so excited. I got my shirt going. I am just so ready. The only thing that I have done since receiving this package is I opened it to make sure that the box itself was not damaged, because there was a nice good gash in the side of the actual shipping box. So I did open it to make sure that it wasn't damaged, but other than that, I have not laid eyes on anything, and let's get into it. The first item that was on top was this bag, and you can see it has like that lenticular type picture on the front of this, and then the back of it is just plain navy blue, and then the sides have the little pumpkins. I thought it was kind of strange because when you open this first zipper, it's just completely flat. There's no pockets. There's not anything in it. So I'm not quite sure what this little pouch is for. Oh, and the cutest thing on their zipper, you can see it is the little Halloween pumpkin. I'm trying to get this to zoom in for you guys. When you unzip the back portion, it opens up. You get a crossbody strap, which makes me believe that you can use this as a purse. But there is just the inside of that. There's no pockets. It's just supposed to be a large makeup bag, or I guess you can carry it as a purse if you wanted to. The strap is just navy blue, and it has the little pumpkin embellishments all over it. So cute. And I will say that this makeup bag will hold like quite a bit. It is really a good size, and then it also has feet on the bottom, so if you have to sit it on the ground or whatever, you don't get the bottom of your bag dirty. So I think this was really, really cute that they came out with something like this. I personally don't know how often I would use this, but I will definitely be keeping it as part of my collection. I'm hoping this video doesn't end up being too long, because I really want to go through all of these products for you guys, but I don't really want to rush because I don't want to leave out any information. The next thing that was on the top of the box, this is called their He Will Always Find You Knife Mirror. Now this version of Michael with the bleeding eyes is one of my favorite versions of Michael. I do have a replica mask in there that does have the bleeding eyes. I have a little bit of Halloween memorabilia in there, so maybe at the end of this video I might give y'all a little peek of my Halloween collection. This mirror in particular did not come with the PR because there are 2 different mirrors that came out with this collection. Oh my god, you guys. Here is the knife, and how amazing is that? Like, that is stunning. There is the mirror on the other side. You guys, I am just obsessed already. Now we are getting to the box itself, and you guys, this box is absolutely beautiful. Here is the giant collector's box. Try to get it to where it's not being messed up by the glare. How amazing is this box? And it too also is that lenticular type graphic, which means that it moves based on how you position the box. The image will change a little bit. The back of it just says Halloween 2, and then the little flap that opens on the bottom has the little face from the pumpkin. Here is what the box looks like whenever you first opened it. Like, you guys, they did so good on this packaging. You guys, even the paper itself has graphics on it. Like, you guys, I'm dying right now. Here is what the actual tissue paper looks like. So the next thing that we come to is the other mirror. There is that mirror. This one obviously is a lot bigger. Both of these mirrors are just absolutely perfection, and I remember whenever they were first announcing that they were going to be coming out with a Halloween 2 collection, they were asking people if they wanted to have a regular mirror or a knife mirror, because a lot of their collections they come out with do come out with the custom mirror that matches them, which I am completely obsessed with handheld mirrors, and I've done so good at not buying every single one that they come out with. But anyway, the request was overwhelming for people wanting both the mirror and the knife, which I completely get, because if you look at both of these, this one is obviously going to be more practical, and then you have this one just for the collectors. So I think it is amazing that they came out with both of them. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the only collection that they have done that has 2 different mirrors. So what does that tell y'all? I know that they are super big into Halloween too, so I was so excited when I finally saw that they were going to be coming out with this collection, because Halloween is my true ride or die. That is my #1 love when it comes to horror, and I was just so ecstatic whenever they came out with this and started releasing like teaser pictures and videos, and the promo that they did for this collection was just absolutely insanely perfect. Next is the highlighter. Once again, beautiful packaging. There's the inside of that. Ooh, this feels so nice. Oh my god. Okay. So there, oh goodness, you guys, I might cry, so just forewarning. So there is the highlighter. I just stuck my finger in it. No. You can see the Halloween embellishment, the pumpkin. Makes you not even want to use this, but you guys, I'm going to use it. Swatch this real quick. Wow. Oh yeah, so that is gorgeous. I don't have a highlighter like this in my collection, so I'm really excited to have something different that is still usable. Now it looks like the next thing that we have here, this is the Nightmare Isn't Over lip kit. There's what that looks like open. And it looks like it comes with a lip gloss, a lip liner, and a lipstick. And of course we will open these whenever we get to the lip portion of the makeup. Last but not least, this is their 15 color palette for face and body. And you guys, this packaging is phenomenal. You have this little icon up there that says Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. You have the art. There is the palette, which is also lenticular. I'm telling you guys, what you get in this collection for the price is more than worth it. I absolutely love that we have brands like Glamlite that give you amazing quality items, that they work so hard to make sure that fans like us are happy with the product at a price that we can still afford, because I feel like makeup is something that makes so many people happy. A lot of makeup is way too expensive for the common consumer to use, so it's another reason why I just absolutely adore Glamlite, and I will continue to support them for as long as I'm around. Anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbing. There is the eyeshadow palette. They have their little embellishments on top of them. It just makes you not want to use them. Let's get into using this makeup. There is the entire collection for you guys. How stunning is all that packaging? I might be biased, but this is probably my favorite makeup collection of all time. I'm thinking because there's two really good color stories in this palette. You get all of the oranges and then you have all of the blues. I had contemplated on whether or not I was going to do the same eye look on both eyes, or if I was going to do a different color story on each eye, just so you can see how all of the colors can be used. I think I am just going to do one look on the same eye, and I should be able to use quite a few shades to do that. You guys know that I always prime my lids with the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. To keep this all drugstore, I'm going to use the NYX Pro Fix Stick to prime the lids today. This is the shade 02 Fair. I've never used this to prime the lids before. I've only used this as concealer. I was kind of hesitant to use this because I wanted to give the eyeshadow a fair chance. I did use a little bit denser brush to blend this out with because this corrector is a little bit of a thicker formula. It dried down good. It doesn't feel super tacky. I just used the Morphe E45 brush. It's just a dome blender brush. Taylor Wynn got me using this brush, and I've had it for so long. I'm just setting this concealer with a little bit of the Physicians Formula. This is their Minimal Wear Diamond Blur Powder. And it's so cute because this powder came with the littlest puff. It's so cute. I have the windows open, so you guys are going to see the shades all blown around. It feels absolutely perfect today. It is just a perfect fall day. The names of these eyeshadows are so good. Start off on the eyes. I'm going to pop into this shade right here called Trick or Treat. I think I'm going to end up doing a orange and blue eye look today. And I'm just putting the shade starting at the crease, blending that out, and then bringing the rest of it down to the rest of the eyelid. I love this fluffy brush. It's a BH brush. You can't get it anymore. because I love how fluffy it is, but it's almost just a little bit too big for my eyelids, because I do have, you know, very pretty petite features on my face. So I usually use smaller eyeshadow brushes. Brought y'all in just a little bit. So now that we got that brown set, I am going to take another small fluffy brush. For the next shade, we're going to pop into this orange right here, and it is called Halloween Masks. I just focused this orange shade just on the inner half of the eyelid and in that crease, because we're going to go back in with the blue to do the outside of the eye. Their eyeshadows blend so nicely, and they have such great pigment. I remember before I did a really big makeup purge, before I redid my beauty room, I had so many palettes by Glamlite, and that was back when they were doing a lot of the food. Like, I had the pizza palette that I had kind of gifted, and I gave a bunch of my makeup away to friends and family, and I used to have a lot of it, but I never really used it. And now I'm thinking I wish I still had all that old makeup, especially my eyeshadow palettes. Now I'm going to take another small fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip into this dark blue shade right here called Angry. And I'm going to focus this on the outer edges of both eyes. I feel like I have Denver Bronco eyeshadow look going on right here. Okay, so I'm going to take another small fluffy brush. I'm going to pop into this light blue shade there called Guilty. And I just use that to blend this blue out just a little at the top. It almost really didn't need it. I probably could have just blended this out without any color, and it would have probably got the same look. I'm really trying to step out of my comfort zone on colorful eyeshadow, because I really feel like I don't have a big imagination. So a lot of the times, like if I'm in the mood to do like a pink and purple eye look, I'll Google it or look on Instagram to kind of give me the inspiration, because I can't just sit and look at a palette and just get inspired. And it's not because I don't like the colors or I don't love the palette. It's just I don't have no imagination. That's all it is. It's not the palette, it's my brain. So for the first shimmer shade, we are going to pop in to the orange right here in the center, and it is called the Relentless Michael Myers. There's that shade. That is so pretty. And I've never used a double shimmer on my eye before, but we're going to do it today. And I did post a short a few days ago of just some little reorganizing that I did of the makeup, and I asked you guys if there's any looks or anything that you all wanted to see a video on. So please go over, watch that. I will link that in the description box for you guys, and you guys let me know what you all want to see. So there is that shimmery orange. So pretty. And I'm not sure which blue I want to use, so we're going to swatch both of them. Wow. On the fingers, they look very similar. The first one is called Welcome to Santa Mira, which is that shade there. It's like a really pretty navy shimmer blue. And then the other one is called Killing It Since 78. To be honest, both of these look very, very similar. The one on top is definitely a little darker than the one on the bottom, but they are both beautiful shades of blue shimmer. And we also have like another bluish green teal shade, and this one is called He's Back. Wow, okay. And there is that one. It is definitely more of a monochromatic shade. It does not look at all swatched like it does in the pan. So I think we're going to try the two darker shimmers. I'm going to put one on each eye and see if we can really tell a difference. The right eye, I'm going to be doing the Welcome to Santa Mira. Yeah, that is just a really pretty dark blue shimmer. Definitely be doing some cleanup on the eyes. Up close, the shades look almost identical. And they're both the same texture. I wish I could find the Neutrogena makeup wipe removers in bulk because I use them so much, and I don't really use them to take my makeup off my face. Usually I take it to either clean up eye makeup or wipe off swatches because I really don't like the way they make my face feel. I'm going to take that small fluffy brush and kind of wipe off that excess eyeshadow that was on there, and I'm actually going to use this to kind of blend this out up here. I'm going to use a little bit stiffer brush because I'm having a hard time getting this blended out on this corner. Alright, I'm going to clean up the eyes a little bit. I'm going to finish the eyes after we get the complexion done. There was just very minimal fallout, which is fantastic. I'm going to be using the NYX Plump Right Back Primer. I have been using the hell out of my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer because it's my favorite primer of all time. I wanted to grab this because I feel like this is pretty similar. This one does have a little more scent to it than the e.l.f. one does, but they are both really great gripping primers, which is my favorite primer to use, I have learned, because I feel like my makeup just looks the best when I use a gripping primer. I did order the NYX glue primer that comes in a little bottle like glue. So I am going to review that whenever I get it and compare it to this one and the gripping primer or the e.l.f. primer. I don't know if they're supposed to be the same, but we'll see. For foundation, I'm going to be using my favorite drugstore foundation, and that's the Maybelline Super Stay 24 Hour Skin Tint. I have this in the shade 110. I'm going to blend that out using my BK 109 brush. This color is the one that came in the trio set, which is available on their website. Ew, that looks like something nasty came out of that. So there is the consistency of this foundation or skin tint. I absolutely love this foundation brush. I love the way that it applies. I love the size of it. I just am obsessed. I'd say if I had to choose, this would probably be my #1 foundation brush. I like how small the head of this brush is because, like I said before, I do have fairly small features, and it is just easy having a smaller foundation brush. There is what that foundation looks like blended all out on one side of the face. Like, how beautiful is that finish? And this gives you such super high coverage. Like, you can tell, like, normally my freckles still like pop usually when I have like a thinner like skin tip type complexion product, but this is just amazing. It has a beautiful finish. Love it. I cannot recommend this more. I am going to need a little bit more for the other side of my face. Oh, also, I wanted to ask if there is anybody out there watching that has an issue with hair thinning, hair loss, and if so, is there anything that you are on, are you taking, have taken to kind of help your hair grow a little bit more? Of course, most of you guys watching know that I did have chemotherapy, so I did shave my head prior to that. But when my hair came back, it's obviously come back much thinner than it was before because I've always had thin hair. And I was really hoping that I was going to be one of those people that their hair would come back nice and thick, like better than it was before. And unfortunately, like, it was just not the case. So if there's anybody out there or anybody who knows anybody that has experienced that, let me know. Give me some ideas. I would be much appreciative. So I think we got that nice and blended. You guys, this gives you almost full coverage. Like, it is insane for a skin tint to do that. Like, I am just absolutely in love with this. Like, please, Maybelline, don't ever get rid of this. If you're watching, which you probably aren't, but if you are, please don't get rid of this. I am gonna set this, I'm gonna use the same powder that I use to kind of set my eyes, and it's the Physicians Formula Diamond Blur. And this is their translucent powder. This is the BK 101 brush. This is a nice thick slanted brush. This is also actually a foundation brush, but I love using this to apply powder because I feel like I can really get it on the face, and it's just so satisfying to use. I just dip my brush right down in that powder, and I am just going to set the face. Here is the difference in the side that I set with powder. versus the side that has not been set with powder. This is just a good drugstore setting powder. Since we're going to be doing kind of an orangey look with the orange highlighter, I'm going to go in with the Haus Labs blush, and this is in the shade Pomelo Peach, which is more of a peachy tone blush. This is just a really nice peachy blush, but I have not been able to find a drugstore peach blush, so any recommendations, feel free to let me know down below. We'll blend that more when I get the bronzer on there. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the Loreal Infallible. This is their 24-hour fresh wear bronzer, and this is in the shade 200 Fair. I just now realized that this packaging comes with a mirror. I totally didn't realize that. Maybe? I wonder if this had a puff in here and I just didn't know it. I am blending this out with my Rose and Ben bronzer brush. You guys know this is my favorite bronzer blush. Honestly, I could use this for blush too. It is just, I love it. I love the shape of it. I love how fluffy it is. I thought maybe this had a smell because I caught like a slight whiff, but I can't tell. I don't know why I don't reach for this bronzer more. This is just a beautiful bronzer. I mean, don't get me wrong, the drugstore has got some amazing powder bronzers nowadays. I really like this one because this doesn't lean super warm on me, which I guess for today's look, if the bronzer went a little orange, it probably would have looked okay since everything is having like an orange undertone to it. Now we're going to go in with the highlighter. To blend this out, I'm going to use the BK Beauty N14 brush. Put some on the very tip of this brush, and I'm going to run it straight down the bridge of the nose. Now we're going to finish the eyeshadow. I'm going to dip back into that dark blue shade, Angry, and I'm going to apply this under the lower eyelash using my BK Beauty N11 brush. I'm just taking that color and just stamping that under that lower lash line. I am obsessed with this dark blue shade. It is absolutely beautiful. Alright, so now that we got that dark blue underneath that lash line, I'm going to take a small fluffy brush and I'm going to fix up this area right here with a little bit of shading. Now I just took some of that blue on the small fluffy brush that I used earlier, and I just open my eye and kind of take that brush and just stamp right there in that corner to kind of blend that nice edge that you have down there with your eyeshadow from your upper eyelid. And it kind of just blends the two together and focuses that color right there on the outer corner of that eye. I feel like my eyelid is missing something at the top. I think I'm gonna take this brush that I just did that outer corner with, and I'm not gonna dip into any more of the product, but I'm just gonna blend the shadows on both of the outer corners up into that crease a little bit to kind of give more of a blended look, because I feel like right now you have kind of a harsh line between your orange and your blue eyeshadow. I am definitely still learning when it comes to doing these bold eye looks. They don't turn out perfect, but I like doing them on camera with you guys because I know there are a lot of you out there that are new at doing makeup and you are learning just alongside that I am, and I absolutely love that. I think I should have added more of that orange shimmer to the other part of the eyelid, and I don't know if I do that now how that's going to look. Yeah, so I'm going to dip into that orange shimmer, that Relentless Michael Myers shade. I just feel like the eye needed some more orange because I was applying so much blue that the orange was kind of getting lost in there. But it doesn't look like it's really wanting to cover that blue very well. I am leaving just a little bit of that blue shimmer out on that outer edge, but this is looking prettier now that I've kind of blended that orange into that blue. Okay, that looks so much better. I did have a little bit of fallout where I just added a little more of that orange shimmer. So I'm just going to take this fluffy brush and just kind of shake that off, you know, like Taylor Swift said. No, I'm not a Swiftie. Alright, so I am going to dip into this shade right here called One Good Scare. And I am going to take a little bit of setting spray, which today I'm going to be using the Milani Make It Last. This is their original. And I just sprayed a little bit of that onto the brush, and I'm going to dip in to this shade, and I'm going to put it right on the inner corner of the eye. That brush didn't work. I used my little Refer 03. It's a really small pencil brush. Dip into the shade first, then spray it and see how that... Wow, this has a really pretty, like a purple pink shift to it. I don't think you all are going to be able to see it on camera. Don't know how well you can see that inner corner. It is really pretty. It's just not super blingy, not as much as I expected it to be, but it is pretty. I'm just taking this makeup wipe and just barely touching up right here and getting some of that fallout of that glitter off my face. Now I'm going to go in and set the face, and I'm going to be using the Milani Make It Last, and this is their original setting spray. This is one of my favorite drugstore setting sprays. It's so, so good. Now for eyeliner, which I'm so excited to use. I just bought the entire collection of Colourpop's eyeliners because their BFF cream gel liners are some of my favorite eyeliners that there are. I think they are so beautiful, they are so affordable, and they have such a variety of shades. And I feel like I'm kind of wanting to do an orange eyeliner today, so I think I'm going to go in with, let's see, this is the shade called Get Lucid. There is that one. And then this one is called Movie Star. This is their multi-chrome, which, oh yeah, I think I'm going to use that. Like, that is beautiful. Their liners are so good. And one day, I'll be able to do this like all the girls on YouTube. So that eyeliner almost looks exactly like the eyeshadow color. Like, how beautiful is that? For mascara, I just picked one that I haven't used in a while, and I grabbed the Milani. This is their highly rated anti-gravity mascara, and I have only used this the first time that I bought it, so I don't remember how I liked it. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but there is what that one looks like. And I am happy to report that my eyelashes, for the most part, have come back, but they are just not wanting to curl up. They want to stick like straight out. And right now, I guess the length that they are, they're not long enough to where I can use a lash curler, because every time I use a lash curler, I always end up pinching my skin down there. So I'm not sure what to do about that. I mean, I can definitely tell a difference when I put mascara on, even though they're not like nice and voluminous, versus when they're not on. But I miss how they used to be. So now for lips, we're going to pop into the Nightmare Isn't Over lip kit. I do not even remember what these shades looked like. This lip liner looks a little dark for me. Yeah. So for the sake of the video, I am going to put this lip on, but for the final look, I will probably end up putting a different lip combo on. There is the lip liner, which you can already see how dark the shade is. Wow. So yeah, there is what that looks like, y'all. That looks like that would be eyeliner on me. And then for the lipstick, there is their packaging. There's no scent. Oh my gosh, look how cute the little embellishment is on the lipstick. And this is obviously very nude. Yeah, wow. There is that lip shade. Y'all, I will not be using this. Let me go grab a lip combo. So I do have a new Lippie to use, and I don't know how well it's going to go with this look, but we're going to try it anyway. This is the Maybelline New York. This is their cream lipstick, and this is in the shade Flush Punch. And I'm going to be using the Colourpop Lippie pencil in the shade Oh Snap. This is one of my favorite lip liners. And I'm hoping that this Lippie isn't going to be too pink. Doesn't really have a smell to it, kind of just smells like lipstick. That is really pretty. I feel like it's actually a really good shade. But now let's check out this lip gloss. There's not a name. Oh wow, that smells amazing. It does have a really nice fat doe foot applicator. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It's just a clear gloss with a little bit of blue shimmer. You can't even see it. Yeah, definitely will have to wipe this off after you use it. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys like this look. I just want to say that I am so excited and so happy that Glamlite came out with this collection because everything was beautiful. Now, the Lippie, that probably is not something I would wear, but there's tons of you ladies out there that are going to love that lip combo and rock it. But yeah, the palette, the eyeshadow, the whole aesthetic is just absolutely stunning, and they absolutely killed it on this collection. Let me know down below what you guys think, and I will see you next time. Bye.